Stay tuned and let's check out the G.I. Joe Classified Series Python Patrol B.A.T. Ciao and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can now hit that join button, become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much appreciated. Today we are taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Python Patrol Battle Android Trooper, aka the B.A.T. Now, I believe this is Classified Series' unique concept, as back in the day, there was never a Python Patrol version of the B.A.T. There were Python Patrol versions of many things, but I don't think the B.A.T. ever got that repaint. So the Classified Series are taking liberties here, but it's sort of one that makes sense. You can definitely imagine the B.A.T. being part of the Python Patrol. It's basically just given the B.A.T. a repaint, because as you know, we already got recently the original B.A.T. with Classified Series, which is a great figure. So basically, this Python Patrol version is a direct repaint of this figure. But again, it's one that I thought I'd let them get away with because we're building out our Cobra armies. But in the packaging, you will see they are basically the same figure with the same accessories. However, the glaring difference is the Python Patrol B.A.T. doesn't come with an alternative head or an alternative chest plate. You'll see the original B.A.T. came with battle damage alternative pieces for the head and the chest plate. We get no battle damage alternative parts with the Python Patrol B.A.T. That appears to be the only difference with accessories. Obviously, the main difference is the colour deco, the colour scheme. This time we get the Python Patrol logo actually on the chest plate. But yeah, it's still going to be a nice figure because we know how good this one already is. So there you go. There's your straight up comparison of the two in box. But of course, I'll do a much better one when we get this guy open up. I only have one currently. But yeah, if I'm wrong about G.I. Joe ever doing the Python Patrol B.A.T., then please let me know in the comments. But my good friend Google tells me otherwise. But here he is in the packaging, as you can see. Spinning around to the side, he is number 41. Go and check out the website, you'll find out what all of that means. On the back, we get no cross sale, unfortunately. We just get a picture of a jungle with some zoomed in elements. Python Patrol, spin it around to the side, more artwork, etc. So of course, this is a Target exclusive in the US. I wish my American friends good luck. In the UK, it's not an exclusive. I got mine from Hasbro Pulse. As simple as that. So let's get it open. Here we have the B.A.T. out of the packaging with all the accessories laid out on the table so you can see exactly what it comes with. But as I mentioned, basically the same stuff that came with the previous B.A.T. So we have, instead of interchangeable hands, we have interchangeable weapons. He is an android after all. So we get some sort of laser, a flamethrower, and then the claw. And then over on the other side, we still get a handgun because he's still got a holster. He still knows how to use a weapon. We get the backpack that can store all of these interchangeable parts. And then we get that new chest plate with the Python Patrol logo on the front. So of course, we'll check them all out. And of course, we'll do a comparison compared to the original B.A.T. But first, let's get all his gear on. I always appreciate an action figure that you can pose on the shelf, literally carrying or storing all of its weapons and accessories. And that's exactly what you can do with these B.A.Ts. As you can see, he's got his gun in his holster. You've got the chest plate on there, so it's covering the exposed mechanics. You're spinning around, he's got his backpack, and you can store all three of those interchangeable hand weapons in any order you want. So you can have all of your B.A.Ts unique as you start to army build these and put them on the shelf. But of course, let's do a comparison compared to the original. As they spin round the rotating base, you will very quickly realise, as we all assumed, these are the same figure from head to toe. There are no sculpted differences, no difference in articulation or accessories. They are the same figure. The only difference between the two is of course the colour. The deco has been changed on this Python Patrol, which makes it unique to that line, which, as I mentioned, is Classified's unique concept, not a version we got back in the day. But I promise you, we will be getting more versions of this B.A.T. because there were many back in the day, just not a Python Patrol, so I don't mind it. But yes, obviously you've swapped the orange for the yellow, you've got the maroon top, the grey bottoms, and then you've got the black exposed arms and accessories compared to the gunmetal arms and accessories of the original bat, and of course the faceplate is chrome compared to the red faceplate of the other bat. But of course they're the same figure, so we're going to be able to swap around these accessories and faces and heads and chest plates. So let's do all that. Now I don't know about you, but I was getting a little dizzy. So let's get these two side by side again so you can see what I mean. They're the same figure. The only differences are the colour. They've even both got the same Cobra logo on the shoulders there, just in different colours. But yeah, I do really like this figure, no matter what colour we get it in. I promise you, we're going to get others as well. But here they are. So again, they're the same figure. So the heads are the same mould, so are the chest plates. So you are going to be able to swap around the chest plates and the heads, and maybe even use the battle damage pieces on here. It's just the colours may seem a little bit off. So let's show you all those options. First up, the Python Patrol chest plate. So as you can see, you can either have the exposed chest of the bat that has a little bit of colour in there, but not as much as the original, or you can put the Python Patrol logo on the chest plate. So there are your two options with the figure. However, if you have the previous bat, you can use those chest plates as well. So you can either have a straight up black chest plate on the Python Patrol, or put the battle damage one on. And taking a look at all the options you have for your head. Now, obviously, the battle damage and the black head are not going to sit just right in regards to the colours on this body, but they do give you options if you are army building. However, the red visor with the yellow highlights definitely work better on this Python Patrol. But the heads work. With all the comparisons out the way, let's have one last look at this Python Patrol bat. So there he is from the front. I do like the yellow. Not a big fan of the maroon, but I guess it is in theme with the Python Patrol. Spin it around to the back. All the accessories are in black. There is a little bit of gunmetal grey on that accessory. I will show you them in a second. You can take the backpack off, and then you get a peg hole there with a few more mechanics on the back, but that plugs in there nice and firmly. That is not going to fall out at all. That is pretty good. There you get your Cobra logo on the side, and then now his metal arms are all in this black. And let me just say, bravo on the articulation here. The butterfly and the double joint literally work in tandem, like so good. Literally, look at that double joint, so good with the butterfly. And yeah, so good articulation. And of course, both of the robot hands are trigger fingers, so he can hold his gun no problem. I'll show you that in a minute as well. Obviously, there's a ball joint at the hips, so he has lots of movement there, as well as the ab crunch. You've got the drop down legs, the swivel at the top of the thigh. You've got this yellow holster with the gun in. Of course, a working holster is always nice. Another accessory there. The trousers are nicely done. These are in like a grey down to the yellow boots. And again, these are the same, basically the exact same figures all the way around, as you know. But yeah, bravo. This has great range of articulation. And can I just mention, completely pinless, double jointed knees. Obviously, robot elbows a little bit easier, but still pinless. Just aesthetically, a very nice, pleasing figure. So let's go through the accessories. First, he has this nice handgun. Even the robot hands have trigger fingers as well, so you can get him holding that no problem at all. And the gun barrel has a tiny little peg in it, so you can put a muzzle effect in there as well. So there you go. You have a gun and, of course, a working holster as well. Back to the robot hands now. I apologise if this gets a little bit sloppy, but I want to show you the hands literally come off at the wrist pegs. No problem. There you go. So now he has no hands, but you do get an array of weapons that he carries on his backpack that you can now replace his hands with. So there you go. So now he has, of course, the claw. On this side, he has some sort of laser, which does have a little bit of a sort of dry brush in it in a sort of silver there, but that's the only detail. The rest of these are all black. You can take that off. And then let's put on his flamethrower. And the flamethrower and the laser do have peg holes in it. So if you do have muzzle flashes or some sort of flames, you'll be able to do that. But there you go. Instead of interchangeable hands, you have interchangeable weapons. And what's so good on the back, they've all got the same peg. So you can literally store his hands in his backpack. Now it's all black, you probably can't see, but I promise you, he's storing his hands in his backpack. So yeah, these bats are just so much fun. And if you're army building, then you can have lots of variety on the shelf. And again, once again, look at that Python Patrol logo, so nice and crisp. But if we don't want that, let's get rid of that, and it's all bare bones. So yeah, these bats, so much fun. Back to the comparisons, and for one last time, here we have the Python Patrol bats compared to the original bats. And I've got to say it, I do think the bats are my favourite G.I. Joe army builder so far. We've got some good ones, but these just have so much variety, and I like the sort of android element, and they're going to pose up great on the shelf. I definitely need to try and track down at least another Python Patrol, but if you don't, and you only get one, then maybe he can be like the lieutenant or the leader of these bats. But the only thing I'm disappointed on is that this guy doesn't come with any battle damage pieces. So this one is a battle damage bat, which is a really nice sort of dynamic for the shelf, considering they're robot. So it would have been nice to get some battle damage pieces in the Python Patrol colours. But remember, we can swap and change, and you can mix and match if you buy multiple. But yeah, these bats are glorious. Here we have the original Cobra Vipers in the red and blue. But remember, there is a Python Patrol version now. And here he is, the Python Patrol Cobra Viper. So these are our two Classified Series Python Patrol figures that have been released so far. If you couldn't tell, with the matching colour tones, of course, with the yellow, really does pop on the shelf. I know I like saying that, but come on, that yellow is going to do that. And now I've got these, I definitely need more than one each, like at least two each. That's my weird army builder rule, but I can understand if people want to buy multiple of these, as the Python Patrol is definitely a nice subline to your Joes. But yeah, there you go. There we have our Python Patrol Bat and our Python Patrol Cobra Viper. Go and check out my full review, and I'll do a proper comparison with all the other Vipers we've got so far in that review. But all the reviews are on the channel. But there you go. Python Patrol all day long. I wonder who's next. Back to the OG army builder, as here we have some Cobra Infantry. You want to talk about popping on a shelf, then these Valley Vipers definitely do that. These three look like they're about to go to some sort of disco. They're very bright and colourful. As military men, I don't know how this is going to camouflage you very well in a jungle, but still, they definitely make for some good action figures. Now, if the Python Patrol are going to have a disco in the jungle, then they need some good guys to fight, because remember, the bats are Cobra. They are the bad guys. So here we have our Tiger Force Outback, who is an amazing action figure. Go and check out the full review on the channel right now. One of the best Classified Series figures, full stop, period, even if he isn't your mind's eye version of Outback. But yeah, there you go. The Tiger Force are basically the Joe's equivalent of the Python Patrol. They're all in the jungle fighting each other. But yeah, these two are beautiful. Sticking with the Joes, here we have the redecoed version of Duke and Scarlet. Here we have some more Joes with Roblox, comically big gun, and of course, Snake Eyes. Back to Cobra, and here we have Deathstroke and the Supreme Cobra Commander. Here we have some Valorverse Action Force with Sergeant Slaughter, aka Sergeant Slammer, and Steel Brigade. Staying with Action Force, here we have some Swarm. It wouldn't be Dan Who reviews if I didn't bring in some Marvel Legends. So here we have the 20th anniversary and Parallel Cap and Iron Man. Here we have Frogman and the real secret leader of Tiger Force. It is, of course, Tigra. And last, but most definitely not least, here we have Captain Britain and Hal Fire Hank. Final thoughts on this Python Patrol Bat, aka the Python Patrol Battle Android Trooper. So I already knew this was going to be a good figure, as it's a straight up reissue of the previous Bat. This is just a case of, do you want a Python Patrol version for your shelf, for your collection? Are you going to get all the sublines? Because there's a few of them with G.I. Joes, and Python Patrol is one from the original 80s. It's just there was never a Bat in that original line. So this is Classified's own little mix of the two, which I don't mind. This is still official G.I. Joes, so this is our first Python Patrol Bat. It's just the colour scheme. Do you like it? I don't really think they're very camouflaged in the jungle, but the bat still looks very good in the yellow. I do like the logo on the chest plate, and the weapons and the interchangeable pieces are all so nice. Honestly, if you have the other bat, you already know this is a good figure. It's just a case of, do you want a Python Patrol version? So you let me know in the comments below if you do. How many of these Python Patrol bats are you going to buy? How many of the other bats do you already have? How many is too many? I'm always curious to hear people's army building rules. For me, it's an army builder, so I need at least two on the shelf to represent that. So I'm going to try and track myself down another Python Patrol bat, at least for a little subline on the shelf. But let me know what you think, and go and check out my reviews on the channel right now of the Python Patrol Cobra Viper and also the Tiger Force Outback as well. So check out the videos tab, find the playlist, but most importantly, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Much, much appreciated. You can also hit that join button and become a channel member as well. Either show some love or join the members club. Much, much appreciated. And if you like to see G.I. Joes on this channel a little bit more, and you like long form content, then go and check out my live stream dedicated to that. It's called Joes and Juice. We do it sporadically on the channel, talking about all the reveals and G.I. Joe news. It is the 40th anniversary of G.I. Joe and Action Force this year, so expect plenty more live streams to come with Tom and Mark. I'll put the link to the latest episode in the description below. But make sure you check out Instagram, It's Dan Who. I always post news on there, of course, and Twitter. I always post when I'm going live at Dan Who Reviews. Tweet me, don't be shy, and until then, my name is Dan W, and I will, of course, see you on the next one.